Hi there, this is Ren from State 426, the Guardians Alliance. This video is going to be about Reservoir League. Just starting, we're in the first qualifier group. Right now we'll be facing off against INF from 435. It's going to start in about 15 minutes. I just started this video so I could show everyone a little bit about the prep, what we do to get ready for Reservoir League. And also then we'll go into the gameplay itself. I'll try to keep the video going through the whole battle. I actually took a link for our good friend INF in 435, so we can take a look at who we're against. You can see they have at least 3 Plasma 5s, looks like 4 actually, and a few P4s. We'll go back to our settlement. We're looking at the raid scores. Let's see here. You can see that we're having a raid score of 13,237 in the Guardians against the INF team 11,369. So it looks like we have the advantage. It does depend a bit on stats. I do have quite a bit of troops. Guardians right now has 12 P5s, a number of P4s. So from that perspective, we have a lot more oomph, but it does depend who actually shows up for the game. So we organize into 5 teams. Just to give you a quick shout out to the Guardians team and thank you Trying for putting together the roster. So I usually lead the first team. This is the assault team, Team 1. And Team 1's job is to go in and attack the 2 strategic locations closest to the enemy, take them, and then we have some other teams that are set up to take other locations. And then we're dynamic. then the fight's on, and depending on what the enemy's strengths are, we have various strategies we can apply. We have strategies if the enemy is substantially stronger than us, about the same, or substantially weaker. My role often is to go find their biggest, their baddest, and their strongest, and go harass them and weaken them. That seems to work out pretty good. We have a good track record in winning Reservoir Raid, at least for the last, all the games that we've done so far. But at some point I'm sure we'll come up against an opponent that's way stronger than us. That's just how these games play out. So we're in the prep right now. I just wanted to take a few minutes to show what I do for setting up the prep. So the first thing is the talents.
These are my woods.
I don't worry about healing in Reservoir Raid because there's not the opportunity to have the Alliance do helps. So you don't get the advantage of a lot of batch heals. Now for this opponent, I'm just doing sort of an all-purpose war spec. Against really strong opponents, I will readjust these 20 points in training speed, sort of optimized for hunter attack or infantry stats. But we're going to make sure at least we're in the war talent spec. That's pretty important.
These are my woods.
You can't join the game unless you actually have all your troops healed. So let's make sure that all the troops are healed, and all the troops should be home. So right now everybody's home, everybody's getting healed. That should be done within 11 minutes for sure. So then the other thing is I do typically put on a full set of buffs. So recon jammers are a good idea because the enemy will look at your troops, see who you have home with your heroes, and this may actually save especially smaller players from getting attacked if the enemy's strongest troops are out and they're not really sure what you have. Now I have a fair amount of all the other buffs, so I'm just going to put some strong ones on. There's a 6% for 8 or 12% for 12, so I'm going to go with the full set of the 12% buffs. Partly because I can, partly because sometimes it really matters. And then we put the damage attack reducers and the enemy defense reducers on. So it's basically a full set of buffs. Now if you can coordinate your Alliance traps after your Reservoir Raid fights, that's usually a pretty good idea because you get a lot of people on and they'll be buffed in many cases, and that's probably your best chance to take it to the next level. Now with the March capacity boosts, the 8 hours and the 12 hours are both 12%. So I'm just going to use an 8 hour. And there we go, we got the full set of the boosts. To take a sense of the troops I have, so let's take a look here. We're going to go into the army overview. So you can see Ren has almost 3.8 million troops. I've been upgrading plasma troops fiercely. Had the, I guess, the benefit of invading the state after our last SVS, and I got about 7 billion in resources from invading our opponent's state. And then I had some really nice help from LHS. Kudos to Miss BB and Som in State 426. They helped me get about 7 billion resources from their alliances, helping me get strong. So I really, really appreciate you guys. Thanks very much. So you can see I have about 1.3 million tier 11 infantry, about 400,000 sort of normal tier 10, a million tier 11 ranged, almost upgraded all of them. And then I have the riders, which I'm still working on. Riders are not as effective in battle, I find, so I sort of deprioritize them. I'll get to them after getting to the others. Now I can set up some troop formations. Generally what I like to do is very high on the infantry. So I'll put this as a sort of middle one. Now we're going to go to 3. Yeah, it's sort of the opposite of trap here. I do put a few riders in just to balance the kills. So I'll put you here. By that I mean the deaths of the troops. So I have a little bit more sustainability. I think there's some benefit to having some riders. Maybe someone can tell me if that's actually true. The main thing is that the infantry take the vast majority of the damage. And we see in the battle reports that sort of a 70% infantry, maybe 10% on the riders and 20% on the ranged seems to work pretty well for many cases. We've been trying some other combinations with a lot more range when there's a lot more infantry. There has to be a ton more infantry for that to work. And generally what happens is as soon as your infantry are down, the rest of your troops go down. But there's a tipping point, 80 or 90% infantry. That is probably just too much. So, okay, we have our troop formation set. I have 3 different sets. It's not exact science work. I could probably optimize this. There's one more thing that I'll do once the battle starts, and that's turn on the massive march. So for 30 minutes, I'll have a march capacity boost for 10%. And these actually do carry through. They will, at least on the Reservoir Raid, they carry through. We'll confirm that with the League shortly. But your buffs and everything do actually carry through, even if you put them on the map here and then join the game. So now we'll go check in on how everyone else is doing. Running some time, because we still have about 5 minutes before the event starts. And let's just see if anyone has any questions. So let's see here. Yeah, they're just sort of talking about the teams and the positioning. So what we tend to do is we have our 5 teams, and there'll be a lead for each of the teams. And each of those leads typically takes a waypoint. So my sort of waypoint that I'll put down to help signal to my team's mates where to go will be the knife waypoint. And let's just remind everyone, let's see, use a recon jammer at least. And have fun. Yeah, so the Guardians Alliance, we sort of have 3 things that we focus on just playing the game. One is the teamwork. We try to help each other out, help each other build and grow strong and support each other. Keep it fun. So it's a game. You know, we try not to take this too seriously. You'll win some, you'll lose some. You know, if we do the best we can, that's fun, you know, and try to keep a good vibe going on. Try to keep the drama down, try to keep it chill. sort of the principles of the leadership, and it's good. We like people coming into the game. This is a fun war game. It can be really stressful when you're fighting someone, especially there are stronger alliances out there. And big shout out to State 426 though, that while we compete against ourselves pretty fiercely when it's capital clash, when it comes to state versus state, we really pull together, and then we go face the invaders and have fun. So let's see. So we got about 4 minutes left. What we can do is take a look at the rest of the schedule. Let's see here. So we are going to be facing, first is 435 with INF, then it will be JSS at 441, EXC at 503. So those are the three for us in our qualifier. And I've taken a look at each of these groups. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, no points yet. So far we seem to have the advantage in terms of number of plasmas against these opponents, but we'll see. You know, sometimes good gameplay can beat out stronger opponents. You have to have your people show up, and we usually have a few laggers that come in near the end. It's tough. This is 1200 UTC is when this round starts. Normally our alliance does ours at 1600 UTC, so this is 4 hours earlier, and that makes it a little bit difficult for people to work, sort of schedule around it. So, interesting bug there. So let's see, I think I am all set to go, and now we just need to wait for 3 minutes. So I'll just go flip it over here. See if I can edit this out when I do the video a bit later, so you don't have to wait just for the time to tick on by. Let's go back to the chat then and see what people are saying. Let's see. Go Guardians. Two-minute check. So I guess while we have a minute and a half, people are sort of wondering about where things sit as far as development-wise. So Plasma Institute is completely maxed. I have a different video that showed that completion. Research Institute, let's see, I really only have economic left, and I'm just keeping that there in case there's some event that needs points. Because Trade Caravan, as far as I can tell, is not implemented in the game. So if I need to do 33 days of research speeds for an event, I can keep that just handy. But besides that, the research is maxed, Plasma Lab is maxed.
These are my words.
Chief Gear is maxed. So we've got about a minute. As far as speed ups, war, so you have a fair amount of speed ups for marches. I have a fair amount of buffs. So we're in pretty good shape. I can use some caps if needed for speeds, but try not to use those. We'll save those for other things. Okay, so 30 seconds. Let's go have some fun. Three, two, one, go! Yeah. Well, it's not exactly a go. We still have to wait 3 minutes before we actually fight. So, a lot of keeners already in. Looks like we're on the southwest side, which is good. So far we have 13 people in, our opponent has 10. One of the first things we do is we go check our opponent. Okay, so they have a couple of their Plasma 5s have joined so far, one P4. So my role right now is what I do is we're going to put a waypoint here, say T1 here. Okay, so when this starts, basically I will port in here, I will attack the water treatment center 2, and we will also go for water processing plant 2. So to win the reservoir raid is to get the most water. That's in the top here. It's fun to burn up the enemies. One of the really cool things about this event is you don't lose troops. You can just burn off your troops. It's actually fun to try to burn off your troops, and then you get them all back at the end of the event. I really hope we see more events like this because it's a lot of fun. Now, some of the other useful places to take, there's the abandoned helipad. So this is where it will increase chance of free advanced relocators and reduced advanced relocator cooldown. So 50% faster to get your free relocators. That's really helpful for your team to move around. The solar power station, what it does is it helps in taking control of buildings. So that reduces by half the control time. That's actually pretty useful too. Now, later on, there's a munitions factory. So this actually gives you a really strong attack and defense stat. So when you're paired off against an opponent who's about as strong with you, this is a really, really important location to take as well. And then there's the dev compound. The dev compound's kind of fun because you can launch infected waves, and they start doing more and more damage, wounding opponents. So that's to help kick them out. If you own that for a long time and send many waves, you can basically take half of the troops out from a defending location, send them to wounded. That's pretty awesome. It does take a little bit more time to sort of warm up, if you will. So here we go. We are going to rock this in just a few seconds. Okay, so we are 23, they have 24. We have 24. It's a pretty good showing on both team sides. I think we're going to have an advantage on them, but we'll just see how this goes. 1 and go. Oops. Maybe if I get them right. Maybe I should have used my right mix. Okay. Okay, so see they're going for that one pretty quick. So I'm just gonna zoom in here. It is on. All right, so they put their 3 plasma 5s here. That's good. Okay, so another thing you can do though is we can just go attack somebody because it's just kind of fun. All right, well, let's do this. So we have currently occupied all locations. That's a pretty good start. One of the reasons I like to go deep and attack is pretty much a maxed account. So it's nice to, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's nice to face off their strongest and weaken them. So here's a case of where you lose the attack, but if you actually look at it, I lost 65,000 went to wounded. Ma D'Souza had 281,000 went to wounded. So that wasn't really a loss. Okay, so now let's see what's going on here. We have a couple rallies. Red Rum. It's okay, they can try to rally me out. They might find that kind of challenging. So let's take a look at how the garrison is. 791. 4 guys in there. Over here, we got just a couple of us. Need a few more troops here at water processing 2. There's a bunch coming in. Okay. Yeah, so it's that second hit. after the first. Now they are going to be just about burned out here really quick. So if they don't get a reinforcement, they're going to have some serious trouble. Let's go take this. Oh, this one is moving their troops out. That's kind of interesting. So they're trying hard to fight for water treatment center 2. They didn't move fast enough. So Matasuza's already down to 200,000 troops. Okay. We are 818,000. Red Rum attacked. We fought that one off pretty good. We had a nice 965,000 in there. Let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, nice. Red Rum's not bad, but my stats are still quite a bit stronger. All right. So right now, I think they are going to be really struggling here. So that was Red Rum. Why don't we go have some fun here? I have tons of troops. So we're going to go and send an exploratory march against this P5. This is kind of throwing troops away, but sometimes you get a surprising result. Some people rush to Plasma 5 and then they don't get their stats up strong as well. They're sort of focusing on troops and they're aiming for reinforcing. So here we go. So they got 1.2 million troops. That's not bad. So they took that fairly well. They lost the 65,000. That's kind of expected. Let's see, there's another raid. I think that's at the other location. Yeah. Yeah, so well, that's interesting. They're rallying from behind here. So they're keeping these guys in reserve. Oh, wow. Let's see what's going on around here. I think we are dominating the map. This is going to be a bit of a clean sweep, it looks like. Okay, so let's go hit their Plasma 3. We may end up just going into fun mode here, because right now we have totally dominated. Okay, so in 7.5 minutes, the munitions and the central and the dev will open up. Usually I rotate off to the central, it depends what's going on. Right now I'm semi-sparring with their big guys. Okay, so they're not attacking me anymore. Let's see what happened there. Let's see, so they had 1.5 million troops. They may have a reinforcement. Yep, so that's what's happened here. They have somebody who is maybe a bit stronger reinforcing them. That's interesting. And maybe not. Just a lot of troops. So let's go, just for fun, put a rally over here. We'll put in, this is my C team. We'll see how the C team performs. Because I think we can just have fun on this one. Yeah, so these guys are hiding behind the line. They don't want to get burned out and zeroed. I guess they saw our team strength and said, not today. So it's a good start for the Guardians. We're just about cracking 40,000 water, and so far we've prevented our opponents from getting any water. It's rough. Not fun on their side, I gotta say. It's a rough one. Okay. So I think what they did is they moved out people who had pretty good stats that could take a hit, and then the others are staying behind the line. So we'll let this other rally hit. Let's see, is Atho in here? Atho is in here. Atho has pretty strong stats too, so I can move out somewhere else if needed. And that's something that we do, is we have a backup lead. So I can leave these locations and we will still have them covered with somebody with decent stats. And hopefully that would hold them. That one is full. Let's see, go to the proper place. Just say we are crushing him. Okay, his rally's about to go off. Let's see, how much did we get into it? Full rally, it's Team C. Team C means it's my third strongest set of heroes, so that's 1,000,000 troops. This is kind of for fun, because it looks like they're not going to crack any of these locations. Hopefully he doesn't port. Hopefully these guys take the hit just for a little bit of fun. Oh, he ported! It is what it is. Oh, hey. Let's go reinforce our buddy here. Oh, good job. Okay. Alright, where are these guys going? So now they're mixing it up a bit. And somebody's attacking somewhere. Oi. Alright, hang in there, Posman. See how the middle's doing. So 3 minutes, that'll open. So Red Rum's clearly doing some damage. Where'd he go? I think I'm gonna have to go hunt him. So let's take a look here. Yeah, okay. Let's go have our fun. Yeah, we'll take this back in a second. Now, because I have a ton of troops, I can actually do something that's kind of fun here. And let's try something. Let's put a rally on it. Attacking anyone? Yeah, it's about even. Look at that, 1.9 million. He's probably reinforced. Yep. They're doing a pretty good job on reinforcing, actually. This is something we should put a little bit more focus on, but so far they're not really hitting too many of our guys. How did that other one go? Oh, that was Masuza again. Okay, that was Mark. So Mark and Masuza are getting kind of lowish on troops. Where's Red Rum? Let me go attack Red Rum. Let's just see what he's got. So these are what are called probe attacks. I have a lot of troops. I can throw a few troops away. Red Rum has his heroes out. Let's see. Okay, so he's actually 1.2 million troops. It's good, I can actually wear him down. So if he's just hanging out there hitting people, let's go force him to port. Let's see. Let's do this one. And just for kicks, let's do another one. We're going to be rallying our neighbors, either force them to move or keep them distracted for a bit. So we like the helipad because you get extra ports, as I showed earlier. So we want to get the helipad back. They're going to get a little bit of water. I think that's fine. Okay, there's my rally going off. They're trying to reinforce it. Probably should have taken a look at what's in my rally. Looks fairly strong. Oh, there we go. So we knocked him out. Oh, their stats weren't that strong. We just knocked out 357,000, took 27,000 ourselves. That's pretty good. Good job, Atho, on the middle. What are we doing here? Okay. I count on Atho to hold the center. He's pretty strong. The Dev compound. Hey, at least they're trying. This is good. So Red Rum's still there. It looks like he's going to take the hit. We got our rallies. About 30 more seconds. Depends what he's doing. Let's do another probe attack over here. This is not a strong team. Check my hospital. But 500,000 of the roughly 8 million. So I still have about 3.3 million troops to throw around. We're about 17 minutes into the battle, so I think that's on pace. You kind of want to burn your troops. This is the place to do it. You have fun in here. Okay, so that fellow jumped out. Okay, so we got the helipad again. That Red Run burned. So, ooh. See, this is what happens when his main heroes are out and he's with sort of his fourth strongest team. That took out 400,000 of his troops, and we only lost 33,000. So, interesting thing, I can probably solo him now. Let's try. As I mentioned, I have tons of spare troops. Let's go. If he is leaving those not as strong heroes, this is going to hurt him a lot. And we're going to burn down Red Rum quite a bit. Let's see. Yeah, he brought back stronger heroes. Still coming down, though. Only 350,000. That was 495. Okay, he brought back some more troops. I don't blame him. Actually, I think he got reinforced. Yeah, so Geiger brought in some troops. That was a smart move. Let's see. We also hit Fenrir. That's another strong hit there. We only lost about 18k and took out more than half. Oh no, there's 566,000 wounded, so a third of their troops. That was a big hit. So let's just let's hit them again. We give 2 minutes just to let people join. Otherwise, well, that is something I just realized. I have the wrong heroes. I need to fix this just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so currently dominating the map, minus the dev compound. Let's see how we're doing here. So those are my rallies. Drunkard's going for the dev compound. Good job, Drunkard. So we have 30 people in against their 30. So far, they are leaving the northeast alone. Tyrion is holding that fairly well. Peter's got water processing plant 4. Okay. Munitions. So we got the stat advantage from the munitions too. That's pretty nice. Okay. Let's see if these guys have jammers up. Yep. Well, the easiest way when you have a lot of troops is just to send a march. Let's see what's going on with Mark. Oh, he moved. Okay. A bunch of my friends have sped in some troops to help with the rally, so the rallies are at 1 million. If those guys don't leave, well, there's Drunkard. Good job, buddy. So, Guardians is definitely crushing it. Sort of clean sweeping the map here. Thing about Reservoir Raid or Reservoir League, it's not just, you know, one super powerful, crazy whale can win it. Certainly that having one helps, but you really need a good teamwork. And so this is where getting 5 strong teams, each with a decent rally lead set up, helps a lot. these guys are actually playing pretty good. Kudos to INF. You're reinforcing each other well. Porting around, you are protecting sort of your smallers and reinforcing from afar so that you're keeping your troops being used. That's kind of the strategy we use against when facing a stronger opponent, which haven't for a while. Oh, sorry, Hawk. Put him in quick. All right, so how do those other rallies go? Another rally, Tuck Factory. Fenner's getting down there. Red Rum's lost another 350-ish. I wonder if I can solo this guy now. I think Hawk's going to be okay now. Let's take a look. Yeah. So Hawk gets the advantage of my stats now. This is, so that's good. He can just get a bunch of points. Right, what happened with the other one? So Fenrir is basically out of the game. I'm gonna go hit a good friend here with the rally. Yeah, so they were trying to pummel our good friend Hawk, and Hawk, as you can see, is holding like a champ now. Yeah. It helps having some tier 11 troops. It helps having a lot of stats. So Hawk should be fine. Is anyone else at risk? Oh, Owl Nebula. Let's go merge. Hey, buddy. Pop you in there. A little slow. Okay, it'll help for the next ones. Yep, so send it another one. So that. So we basically have the map. After about 30 minutes in, if we have this crazy lead, we can just go into fun mode. Fun mode is just don't worry about the points anymore because you basically know you've won it, and you can go around and burn people down. So I think that guy moved, didn't he? Yeah, JJ. I need to cancel this. All right. So Fenrir is basically out. Let's go do a rally here. Basically on King. Let's see. Red Rum and JJ are launching rallies. Wow, the middle's kind of fun. So here's one thing we can do. Oh, actually, they got a pretty good defense in the middle right now. Trying's has pretty strong stats too, and a good amount of troops. Might get knocked out if we do just port over. Okay, so here's the water tanks. This is something to occupy just for water and points. And if you're having a hard time with a strong opponent, the water tanks are a pretty good way to get some points and maybe actually even win. We've fought a couple alliances that played the water tank game incredibly well, and this point when you have such a we're dominating all the sites, it's really hard to win just with the water tanks. But if it's close, if you're sort of just behind on the half point, then the water tanks can edge you out actually for a victory. All right, so we're at 25 minutes into the event. 150,000 to 1,600. That's pretty rough. Okay, there's a lot going on in the center, so I'm going to come over here and have some fun. We will set up a 2-minute rally. And we're gonna hit some of these guys. Let's go probe them out a bit. Let's see what we got. Alright, so we hit Modus Fallen, 278k, Fury has nothing, OC is getting low on troops, Potato's getting low on troops, so they're really having a pretty hard time with their troops now. So this makes it a little bit easier to control the battlefield. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make you use a bunch of your ports. Okay, see how the rally is looking. Yeah, that should be good enough to knock him out, but we'll see. Oh. There we go. Filled up. Let's see, so yeah, Fury is zeroed. I should just let Fury burn out. Modus Fallen. Ooh, that was a big hit. OC, it's getting lowish on troops now. Anyway, so all of them are basically soloable targets now. I'll cover you, buddy. Okay, just for fun, let's do a rally on this guy here. My way. So let's see how the battle went. Center. Not bad. So hit him with 977,000. They had 1 million defending. Sort of 3-to-1 on the wounded, so we had 670 staying there after. So now what we're going to do is we're going to burn out their reinforcers. And we're just going to keep the pressure on. Try to defend our guys. So SMT has a... Pretty sure I have reinforcer. I'll just double check. Yep, has one of my stronger reinforcers. It's my Team B. Very unlikely that a solo will beat that. Okay, and then we are filling up the rally. Oh, that's going to be fun. If my way doesn't move, this could hurt. So we have brought out a bunch more of their reinforcements. I will give kudos to INF for playing it to the end though, and they're actually playing pretty well. They're just outmatched with sheer amount of troops and stats that we have in the Guardians Alliance. So okay, so we got control of the board again. Yep, my way moved. So let's cancel that. Let's see, where do they go? Good job, Ethan. So yeah, we're sort of going into fun mode right now, just to say let's find out where these guys are going. We got Thor over there. Interesting. Rally against Drunkard, huh? Offense, there's a defense. Nice. Basically, how are we doing on points? So I'm at 878,000. So Not too bad. I had one really nice score, about 5 million. Helping the Ghost organization. I joined them for a week. That was a fun week. I got to join their Reservoir Raid. That was pretty fun. I just sort of went on the offense, burning stuff. Let's see. Why don't we go mess with these guys then. We will just counter rally you, my friend. Alright, put pressure on the reinforcers. See if we've actually got any troops on. No, he didn't take it either. Yeah, they're running low on troops. That's what's happening right now. There's a big hit. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Oh, my friend Tyrion. Going for that one. Treatment 2. Not close to it though. Interesting. He doesn't have that many troops, so maybe they're trying to take advantage of stats. P5 got burned out. Here's my way. Wait, I think I need to stop the rally. Because he lived. Alright. Go Atho! I was about to hit him, but it doesn't seem necessary. Okay. Track the red lines. Hello. See if we can just single burn him out. Very few troops home. Okay. Somebody's down here. Moved. I think these guys are kind of fried. Ooh, sneaky. Let's keep you hopping. I think we're going on a burning frenzy right now. This is a bit of a clean sweep. We had a good chunk of troops. It's getting burned down pretty quick though. The nice thing I like about the Guardians is we have pretty good teamwork, and we've had a lot of practice now, sort of with this 5-team model. So we sort of know how people are going to behave and who's going to do what. So we had a pretty good execution today. It was good showing, all 30 people as well. As you can tell, it's kind of chill, not stressed, and they're just having fun. Do give respect to INF for playing pretty good, though. There's good reinforcements. There was a good, strong attack at the water treatment center 2. I think as they get close to max accounts, it's going to be they're going to be pretty strong. You know, they're on a good good growth. Oh, interesting. So we're sending out lots of water harvesting. Let's try to get some points. Just trying to see our good friend. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, well, let me show you a trick. When you have a ridiculous amount of troops, you can just wear somebody down. So let's see how this goes. So first hit, I'm down to 433. Second hit down to 41, and then you just take it. It's a bit, what would be the word? Wasteful? We have tons of troops. It's okay. See, the Guardians were actually pretty keen to jump in there. It's like, yes, something got beaten. Let's jump on it. Capo's all over the place. Derek's doing great. Hazer's doing great. Peter's doing great. Bees is usually way up there too. There he is. Oh, interesting. I guess he just didn't have a chance to fight a lot of guys this time. Okay. And Red Rum is pretty strong. Wow, people are even rushing in to get the hit. Here, let's go reinforce you. Wow, you can just hear the combat noises. I'm hearing so many combat noises. I'm gonna mute that for now. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Okay, let's go to my settlement then.
These are my woods.
These are my woods. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. I guess it's just all the attacks people are doing. Here we go. I go somewhere else that might be better. A lot of solo offense and defense. Let's see if he burns. I'll jump over here if he does. Who attacked him, actually? Oh, interesting. Let's see if anybody shows up. Atho's on it. It is nice to see his spirit having fun. Yeah, they're going to try to reinforce it quick. Alright, you going to rally that, or are you going to try to solo it? Let's see if he takes it. We're kind of moving into fun mode now. Still got 20 minutes. Oh, there's Peter. Let's give him a chance. These guys all reinforcing from the back. Kind of looks that way. Yep. Rome launched against Tyrion. Trying against Red Rum. Okay. Let's go join Trying's rally. Ooh, that's a long march. Just do this then. And get speed up here. 21 seconds. Is that enough time? I don't think so. Nope. 3. That'll do now. Okay. Alright, and just to make it a little more challenging for him over here, what's that rally time from a good friend Red Rum? Oh, he has nobody. Okay, a minute for the rally, then a minute 15. You just want to speed up. Okay, maybe in there fine. Where's he rallying from though? My way, Kupol, Red Rum. Oh wow. Rallying from the safe zone. That's funny. Took it back. Good job on the munitions, guys. OC sniped the solar power station. Irish drunkard Helga and trying. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So we're gonna just check to see what's happening here. So we'll have munitions in about 50 seconds. We like the solar because you get to take things over half the time. When you lose it, you gotta wait 3 minutes, so that's nice. The enemy's troops must be getting kind of lowish. So let's take a look at some of these battles. So this was the attack from trying on Red Rum. Okay, big crush. Let's see, trying stats look pretty good, especially on the infantry side. Yeah, pretty beefy, man. 30% infantry defense. Okay, we had Imp my way. I'm not sure where he was attacking there. That was him attacking me somewhere. Okay, interesting. Let's see, Red Rum only had 41,000 troops. Oh, that's probably when I did the yes, when I just did the solo attacks, just to burn him down. That's all that was about. See, the trick there is the lightly wounded go home. So it's not just the wounded, like when you're attacking an HQ. So here I attacked with 186,000. 76,000 were wounded, 142,000 were lightly wounded. All of those went home. Not all of them go to the hospital, but all of those went home. And then 433,000 survived. So that took a couple 100,000 troops down for the 180,000 that I sent. So that's pretty nice. First hit, not so great, where it only knocked him down about 50,000. But that was infantry. So as you knock down the infantry and you get into the deeper ranks, you start penetrating and doing more damage. So this is how some of the uber giants really crush it in the championship Reservoir League, because they just have ridiculous amounts of troops. It's okay, I actually have semi-ridiculous amounts of troops already, which is kind of fun. But again, there's some really big players out there with way more. All right, so these were some nice solo attack hits. We seem to be back in control of the board again. It's pretty much game over, guys. But we got 15 minutes to run this one out to the end. I gotta relocate up. Oh, what's happening over here? Wow, nice. Good job, Irish. This is where reinforcing, we're doing... Ooh, he was very reinforced. Nice. For that solo attack. Was that a solo? Kind of looks like it. Wow, yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty much over. So my way, launching attack at Xeron. All of them. I don't have a lot of troops at this point. Oh, they're just going to rally his HQ. Okay. Well, Peter's reinforcing Xeron. He's got it. Alright, so I'm at 1.3 mil on the score. Derek's doing great. Atha's doing great. Kaiser, Peter, Hawk, yeah. Good showing, guys. Just a good showing. I think what I'm going to do... Well, one thing is, you can also look at the battle map. Sometimes I use this just to get a sense of where we're strong, where we're weak. The numbers are the number of players, so you can see that in the northeast here, we're actually pretty heavily reinforced. Number of water here. Sorry, on the east side. Maybe I can show one over here. Yeah, interesting. We found a friend. So just to Take advantage of the fact I have a freebie. I'm being a little sloppy with troops, I admit. Does he have any troops left? Nope. He was smart and he actually just said, get out. So, somebody's attacking me. Okay, he's attacking me in 2 minutes. Who's coming here? I'm happy to give somebody else the points. That is Kai. Okay, Kai. Okay, you can have the points. Who's this going to come first, though? All right. And let's get this guy again. We've got a troop out. Oh ho! Oh ho! We're just gonna knock them out of these. Give a few seconds to hit. And we're gonna say hi to our neighbor. No mercy in a war game, right? I'm sure I'll have karma and this will happen to us at some point. Alright, so let's see if Kai holds it from these guys coming in from the northeast. Oh, actually, Kai's not even there. Alright. Oh, there's Irish. Okay, buddy. Let's see what you got. Oh, where'd he go? Now we're pointing targets, finishing them off. Go back to the battle map. Cato, that's where they found him. The team has moved into fun mode. Ooh, hello, King. Move in time, or is he going to take a hit? Doesn't have much left. Let's knock these guys out. Mark has nothing left. Keep the burning going. Oh, again, we're doing a great job holding the board. So let's see on the hospital side, just for fun. So 1.1 million, the 3.8 million in the hospital. So still 2.7 left. So quite a bit of oomph to throw away. Almost 800,000 pulse elites. Took one for the team. Good job, guys. If you find that you use a ton of infantry in Reservoir Raid, so definitely build those up as much as you can. I'm going to turn off the
These are my woods.
special effects for now. Because the gunning is sort of nonstop. see. Take a look at some battle reports from the guys. Ooh, that was a good hit, Xeron. So he was defending. Goombas had a raid attacking. Was he reinforced? Rasmus, Hawk, and Peter. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think Peter's stats probably helped there. It's pretty good. Okay. JJ and Marshall. Wow, Hawk's doing a good job. Let's see. The battle's basically over, so we got 9 minutes left. That's interesting. I lost my battle tracking. Hey, buddy. I got a freebie. Okay, let's go say hi to him first. Yeah, he's got a few troops. I'm assuming there's not much there. Oh, hello, Red Rum. Does he have any troops left? Let's find out. He's gonna... All right, they're gonna rally me. Like I said, I really appreciate when people fight to the end. Yeah, Red Rum played well. I mean, they actually, from a positioning wise, played very well. It's just we have just more stats and troops. It's just sheer firepower. It gives a lot of flexibility. So that's interesting. Hopefully the sound didn't go away. No, I hear that. All right, let's try special effects again. Let's see if it's bearable. Maybe not, right? It's non-stop attacks. All right. We'll just turn that back off.
These are my woods.
Nice and quiet now, right? So, okay, 6 minutes. So what do we got here? We got Masuza. Who's he attacking? The dev compound, which is garrisoned with a couple. Not my best heroes. Theoretically, this could get rallied out, but I think they just are out of troops now. Here, we'll just keep the pressure on them. Yeah, so pretty nice full set of buffs. Thank you, Dom and Void, for the increased troop lethality. That applies for the reservoir leaks. That was pretty helpful. Good timing. Against super strong opponents, every little edge does help. So we're going to be curious to see at what point we start hitting people that start pummeling us. These games, there's always a bigger fish. And then we'll put our teamwork to the test to see if we can still outmaneuver and beat them. So let's see. They are 435. Wow. See, Red Rum, I'd say that's ballsy. He's fighting out to the end. Still 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, we got these guys fighting over by the water processing plant too. At least they came out to play some more. They're all burning. Let's see what's happening here. We could lose water processing plant too, maybe. No, they're attacking small number of troops, it looks like. Let's see how the garrison's looking. About 600,000. Just balanced troops. LVD has a good solid mix of infantry in. Fury has balanced. KSA Ali balanced. So against stronger opponents, you got to really watch your troop mixes. Balanced can cost you a battle. So Peter's back up there. I think the guys are having fun. Interesting. So he's just hanging out here. Take a quick peek around. Oh, here's interesting. Thor's taking those water tanks. You can see where we have people. I really, really like this map. You can kind of see where the action's happening. Let's go find out what's happening with these guys. So we got somebody on that water tank, somebody on that water tank. Good job, Syria. Interesting. Killer burned king. I'm guessing it's just a complete lack of troops. So Marshall launched a rally against death. I think it's hard to beat death. Yeah, he executed really well today, it seems. So fourth state 435, they're only about 9 days newer than us. So it's not like it's a super new state. Let's take a look here. HK people, not quite maxed heroes. So this is a 200 million P5. Development's coming along pretty nicely. Let's see, Red Rum's pretty beefy. Gotta give him that. So not quite maxed on the gear. Maxed, doing really well on the infantry. I'm assuming not quite oh, look. Red Rum has tier 11 Pulse Elite, so a good focus on infantry. That makes a lot of sense. So now just working on the hunters and the riders, it looks like. So pretty strong on the stats. I think the research might be a bit of a difference too, because I see my sort of core troop stats are quite a bit stronger. Maybe badges is a factor for the health as well. But you know, 238 million. It's not a tiny account. It's actually pretty strong, given all the troop losses. Oh, we have the dev compound now. I can go launch it at somebody, but nobody to launch it at. So this is where you hit the targets button. 3 armies garrisoned. Interesting. There's nobody to attack. Oh. He's just hanging out here for fun. "45 seconds. So let's do a quick re-enable of the special effects. Enjoy the last 30 seconds of combat noises. Seems like my little tip for battles bugged out. Just too many? I don't know. Currently blind as far as bugs. I'm switching back and forth. Gotta check that one out. Oh, I think good old Red Rum. So there we go. So Guardians defeated. INF from 435. Get 3 points for that. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. 473,000 purified water. It's pretty good. Yeah, 1.3 million. It's actually pretty light, but it's okay. Yeah, you can see my best troop kills, 16 million. This one was 4 million. Pretty good though for the team. So I'm going to wrap this video up. We'll see how our next matchup goes. This is just the preliminaries and the warm-ups. We're assuming that things are going to get much harder as we progress along. Certainly at some point we'll know either we'll face Dom or we'll face someone stronger than us. Dom from 426 is incredibly strong right now because a couple strong alliances merged, and that would be a fun fight too. So looks like next up will be in a week. We'll be against JHS from 441, slightly newer state. We'll go check them out. So I'll stop the video now. I hope you guys all found